Hello guys, welcome to Tim's Tiny Arcade. And in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a book that was this is actually my book from my collection. And this is a strategy guide of how to win at video games from 1982. So we'll be taking a look at, flipping through here, looking at some of the games from that era. Maybe read a few of these strategy tips. Maybe I need to look at some of these strategy tips on some of these games too. It's been a long time since I've looked through this book. We'll flip through it. Sit back and enjoy, and let's jump into it.
Welcome to Tim'sTinyArcade.com podcast, YouTube. What the hell is it, Tim? What is it? YouTube. Tim's Tiny Arcade. Boom shakalaka.
All right, guys. So here is how to win at video games out of my collection. Real cool. As you can see here, my parents probably bought this. I didn't. $3.98 Target. Still got the sticker on there. Some of the games in the book: Pac-Man, Defender, Donkey Kong, Tempest, Centipede, Kicks. We'll kind of just flip through it kind of quickly. I might read a strategy every now and then. Some of the games that were in this were Asteroid, Centipede, Defender, Donkey Kong, Omega Race, which I didn't spend much time in the arcade playing that one back in the day. Pac-Man, Phoenix, Kicks, Tempest, and then Frogger, Missile Command, Ms. Pac-Man, and Turbo, which is a game I don't think gets talked about enough. And then some of the upcoming games and then home systems. So kind of an introduction there. I love the art. More than introduction. First game they talk about is Asteroids. We'll read one maybe strategy from each of these games. So they got the control panel and just talking about that. Here's some of the strategies. I'll pull this up a little closer for the camera. We'll read here. This one's A. Always leave at least one asteroid. You should probably leave at least two mid-size or smaller. Once they're demolished by a stray fire or UFO collision, be aware. Move to the center. The rocks are coming. Do the same trick when thinning out the asteroids to one or two, and then return to your ambush position. So that's one of the strategies they gave in this book. Asteroids, fantastic game. Something else that they had in these books were just like the bonuses they talk about. You get every 10,000 ships or 10,000 points. You get an extra ship. Where this game would have done location wise, they said this one would have done pretty good anywhere. Pros and cons. Primitive graphics and too many experts is one of the cons on that. So I don't know about that. I love Asteroids. Centipede's another one they covered in here. Some of the art elements is talking about the game. Here's a strategy. Let's pick one of these strategies out here. Let's read the B. It says, kill a lot of fleas. They are worth 200 points. I think it's hard to kill a lot of fleas when I do it, but with a little practice, they are easily destroyed, so I guess I just need practice. Be careful. It takes 2 shots to kill a flea. If you only wing it with one, it will double its speed to the bottom. The way to attract lots of fleas is simply erase all the mushrooms. I did know that. In your work area at the bottom of the screen, the fleas will keep coming until they have 5 mushrooms on the bottom. Make sure you don't split the centipede by mistake when trying to kill a flea. So, just some, a little bit of strategy. I just love seeing this. I was kind of going through stuff and found this book, and I go, man, I haven't seen this book in a while, and I thought I'd put it on my channel here. Here's a good one, Defender. I did a video, and I'll put a link in the description on that, some strategies on Defender, but let's look here. Showing the controls. I think Defender was one of the harder games for me back in the day. Strategy. Let's read one of them here. It says, fly low, number 2 here. Many top Defender players seldom fly more than 2 inches above the Earth's surfaces. It's important in adequate protecting the humanoids. Okay, well, that's good to know. Yeah, because sometimes I'm up here flying, so I need to read that one. Defender's one of my favorite games to play. I'm just not very good at it. It's a game that I struggle at. Donkey Kong, another classic here. Let's find a strategy on that one. Some of the art they have, in here. Really cool to look at. This book's still in really good shape. Elements. Quite a few things here, because this one had 4 stages, you got to remember. So there's a lot of pages covering Donkey Kong. We'll just read the first one here, the ramp pattern for A. It says the pattern appears 3 times before the first conveyor belt. The basic paths to follow at times is drawn. The individual techniques for safely following that path are given below. So pretty cool that they had these all drawn out, the different paths. Yeah, I don't use this path here. I usually come back and I skip that one and then take those 2 back out and then come across. So yeah, pretty cool that they got all the patterns. I do use that one on stage 4 going all the way up. Omega Race, I really didn't play much in the arcade. I mean, I've played it since. Let's look here real quick. It also even shows like a game at home that's kind of maybe even similar to it. So a game that was kind of similar to Mega Race. So if you can't wait for a Mega Race, they're saying get Star Strike for Intellivision. So that was their kind of comparison. We got Pac-Man here. I'm sure they're going to show some different patterns you could use back in the day. I've kind of got a little basic pattern I use. I never have really memorized the Pac-Man patterns. Phoenix is another game that they covered in here. That's a really hard game. I like Phoenix. I know this game more for the Atari 2600 version than I do the arcade version. And there's Kicks. Kind of just flip through this kind of quickly. Great game this is. I used to play this one in the arcade. I had that one in my home arcade. Showing Othello there by Atari. Next game they show, Tempest. It's another great game that I had in my arcade from back in the day. Let's read one of their strategies here. Move consistently. Remember, you're a live wire. Be constantly aware of the enemies. Dart quickly to lanes where enemies are. Speed is especially important when frying flippers. If flippers haven't reached to the top lanes, begin their chase. You must, with lightning speed, attack them and fire consistently. Don't be timid and watch for spinners. That's a tough game also. I love Tempest though. Frogger's another one that they covered in here. Not as much information on a couple of these last games here. Ms. Pac-Man's talked about. Some up and coming games. Let's see what they had coming out back in the day. Eliminator. Hyperball Williams, that's a pinball game. Make Tracks. Mousetrap was coming. Stargate, another outstanding game. Tough as nails. And then Vanguard. Pretty cool that they were showing games that were going to be coming out in the future. And then something they said that they were going to, the home video game systems, and they start talking about the 5200 down there. But anyway, guys, thought I'd just show this. I don't know how many people had this. I feel like it was kind of a popular book back in the day. Let me know if you guys, what strategy books you had. This was one that I'm glad that I saved from back in the day, and $3.99 or $3.98 from back in the day. Anyway, guys, let me know your guys' thoughts on strategy guys from back in the 80s, if you still have any of yours in your collection. And like always, guys, keep on gaming.